I'd like to speak with you right now about the wife of Bath's tale. Specifically, I'd like us to look at the two digressions seen in the wife of Bath's tale. A digression is to turn aside from the main story. And we see that happen twice in the wife of Bath's tale. The first time we find a digression is when the knight is going all over the land. He's questioning women. He's saying, what do women want? I have to save my life. The queen is going to have me killed if I don't find out what women want. And the women are giving him all kinds of answers. Wealth, jollity, position, sport in bed, to be widowed, to be wed, to be pleased, to be flattered. And he doesn't know what women want. He feels like there are so many answers, but what is the one thing that women want? And we find this line, it's about line 77 or 78. It says, we women, for a fact, can never hold a secret. Will you hear a story told? Then witness Midas. And this digression is set to be an example of all women, that women can't hold a secret. Just look at Midas's wife. Midas's wife betrayed the fact that he had 2 donkey ears. So we find in this digression sort of an example of this is what women are like. If you search hard enough, you will find the answer. And we do learn that the knight does find the answer eventually. He finds the answer from an old woman. An old woman whispers into his ear what women really want. And that answer spares his life. But as a penalty, if you want to call it that, he has to marry the old woman. Well, on their wedding night, he and the old woman go to bed. He's not at all interested in her. He sort of bemoans her age and her position in life, and she gives him what is called our second digression. The second digression is called the pillow talk on virtue. So she gives him this little discourse on virtue, and that's digression 2. He talks about how virtue makes a man noble, not wealth, not family or position in life. He says that this is true nobility, is actually virtue. He also talks about how property will not make one virtuous. She talks about poverty, that poverty makes a person virtuous for a couple of reasons. First off, Jesus lived in poverty, and he was the most virtuous of all. Secondly, it says if you're covetous, then you're actually a poor man because you wish for things that you can't have. And he says also that she says also that poverty helps a man know himself and God. Then thirdly, in this digression on virtue, that men should not despise old age, that elders are the guardians of chastity. So that's the pillow talk on virtue. These 2 digressions are given in this story to sort of expand the story, to bring some more ideas to light in the midst of the wife of Bath's tale.